Hey y'all, I'm in the kitchen today and I'm going to be making cranberry chocolate chip cookies. Now, you can substitute the cranberries for raisins and just make raisin chocolate chip cookies, but it is Christmas time and the red looks a little more festive. You can also leave out the cranberries. Tommy doesn't like cranberries or craisins or raisins, so I'm going to be adjusting my recipe a little bit for him, and so only half will have the craisins, which is what I call dried cranberries, and the other half will not have the craisins on them. I'm not using the craisins, I don't know what brand that is, but I'm using dried cranberries. So let's get started. Okay, so for this recipe I'm using an unbleached all-purpose flour, some cornstarch, some baking soda, salt, vanilla extract, white cane sugar, an egg. In this little container I have brown sugar, some semi-sweet chocolate baking chips, some butter at room temperature, and some dried cranberries. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix my 3/4 cup of butter, or 1.5 sticks, in this little bowl. If you keep hearing jingling in the background, it's my dog who insists on jumping around making noise every time I try to make a video. If you hear me sighing in a video, that's usually why. Alright, so to that, we're going to add some of our brown sugar. I'm going to do 3/4 cup, so I'm just going to fill this 1/4 cup 3 times. There's 2. And that would be 3/4 cup. And then to that, we're going to add 1/4 cup of regular sugar. Now I am going to mix these together. Because I'm making a mess, I'm going to transfer this to another bowl. Alright, now I'm going to add in my 1 egg. And continue mixing. Now I'm going to add in my 2 teaspoons of homemade vanilla extract. There's 2. Set this bowl aside. I'm going to bring back this other bowl I was using. And I'm going to do 2 cups of flour. Two teaspoons of cornstarch. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Do a half teaspoon of salt, or a little more in this case. Just take a fork and mix it all up. You can use a spoon too, really. It doesn't really matter. All right, let's bring this bowl back over here. Pour our dry ingredients in. Go ahead and mix it with your mixer. All right, so at this point it's really thick, and I'm going to measure in 3/4 cup of chocolate chips. And I'm just going to mix it together with a spoon. You can do it with your hands, however you want to do it. You can also freeze this for later, or refrigerate the dough for later. I like to freeze some, so I can just pull it out and make a couple of cookies here and there. Now remember, I said I'm leaving the cranberries out because Tommy doesn't like them. So at this point, if you want, you can mix your cranberries in. Just a big old mess. All right, it's in good enough for me. So now I'm gonna chill this in the refrigerator for 1 hour. So I'll be back in 1 hour. In the meantime, I'm gonna clean up my mess. All right, and after it's been in the refrigerator chilling for 1 hour, you're gonna take it and eat. I'm using my Pampered Chef pan. You can use a baking sheet with parchment paper on it and just put your cookies on the pan. They're going to spread, so put them about 1 inch apart, 1 or 2 inches. I'm going to go ahead and finish filling this pan up, and then I will be back. Okay, I'm going to put these in a 350-degree oven for 10 to 12 minutes. Alright, that took 12 minutes. So now I'm going to take some cranberries and just push them into the tops of some of these to take to the Christmas party tomorrow. You can also do the same thing with some chocolate chips. Just do it before they cool off. Or you can add it to the mix like I said earlier and still put some on top. Put some chocolate chips on top of these. Add some chocolate chips to the cranberry ones. Once I'm done putting the cranberries on here, I'm going to move this to a cooling rack and start my next batch. And there you go. Chocolate chip cranberry cookies. So that is my go-to chocolate chip cookie recipe with raisins or craisins. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you try this recipe, and I'll see you next time.